Hi, my name is Muhammad Zulfaqar and I'm from Jitra Kedah. You can just call me Zul. Everybody calls me Zul. My friend calls me Zul. Currently, I'm undergoing my IT degree at Universiti Teknologi Petronas, UTP, back in Toronto, Perak. Mostly involved on software development, mobile development, embedded systems. So, definitely majoring in software engineering, where we are more focused on the technology of mobile development itself. During my SPM years, I think every teenagers have that problem where you don't know where do you want to go after your high school. So I think about it like so many times, what I'm going to do and what I'm going to be in the future. But I think I really don't have that enough patience for the science program or anything that involves mathematics or any things that require for you to have to follow a certain disciplines for you to actually to follow. So I think following an IT field is something like I know is going to be the best choice, because back then when I was deciding this, there already mobile development for it. They already involve something like Android, something iOS. Cloud computing is already on the hype. So I think maybe in Malaysia itself, it will increase in job description. So that is why I choose IT itself, and specifically yes, for software development. There is quite a difficult choice for it, because I do apply for a public university. Like I do manage to get the application. So back then it was UTM, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia Melaka, calling me for an IT program. But that time it was on July. It was in July intake. But I'm not that patient to start my study. So I decide with my trial SPM, I decided to actually apply for UTP for the January intake. So when all my friends is actually starting on July, I start on the January of 2012 itself. So I have an early start, going for foundation for 1 year. And then on January of 2013, I already start my degree at UTP. So it's a fast track program, which is, I think, is a really good action for that time. My age doing the degree program. My strength is since I was like 13 years old, right? I always found that I'm always good at leading. More like always be the head of a team. Whether exploit the group of a certain team. If I win the group project, I would definitely find that if there is no one else better to do, then I better take in charge. So that is what I think I do best since the first I start off working with the groups, and I'm doing it until now. That's it. And the other part strength is that I always admire how, and still I'm getting curious everywhere. Every second I get curious. What, when, where, how does this thing happen? So that this curiosity actually stimulates me to actually ask more questions, and this is what drives me to actually know something, getting me to know more about what I'm trying to do. Weaknesses that I can work on. Basically, more into I'm always get carried away on get working. So I intend to actually be more objective. So I start to actually neglecting all the team members, how they feel about the team and how they feel about myself, just only to focus on getting the work done. I don't care if they're actually getting enough rest, getting enough sleep or what. You must get the work done. So I'm very objective in doing my work. So I think I really need to be more empathy on doing the work and try to take care of the other team member and including myself. Stop pressuring yourself, otherwise the tension level can actually be reduced. Owning a startup company, right? Since that I pick up a lot since at my early age. I'm still 21. Picking up a lot, and also I have this urge to actually contribute to others. I always want to be an educator. So with my knowledge, what I've gathered here during my young age, so most probably I will just take all this knowledge and own a company, a startup, an academy, or a boot camp company, and actually started to teach all the young peoples and all the peoples that actually get interested on something that they want to do but they don't have a chance to actually teach them the current skills that they need. So if you say in 10 years, definitely I will own a startup or at least an academy for programmers. I really would think that most people consider me as a very objective, fiercely when involved in getting works, but deep down inside I really do care about them, really do want them to actually reach their goals, and actually I try very best to help them, even though when they ask a simple question, hey, can you help me? But I will definitely go full force to actually help them. You have your own flexibility on when you want to learn, how do you want to do it, and nobody tells you how you should do it. You just specify what do you want, and myself, I will figure out a way to deliver it to you. So I think it's a good roles on the business, because you don't actually care on how much that I spend my time on doing it, but you just want the end result. So you just tell me what you want, and I will work on it specifically on the IT industry. Right, I always have that master plan of my own itself. How do I make a circle of influence of myself? At first, definitely I will just try to actually improve myself more and more, and then I will start to influence my colleague, my friends, and all the circles that actually have been so close to me. And after I'm done with that, after I get a team, then I can just start to influence the next generation, like studying at academy and then teaching up to the next generation to actually how do you make the best practice today.
Hi, I'm Gopala Krishnan. I'm the co-founder of Kreydle. So Zul was an intern at Kreydle for 8 months, and it was the first time that we had an IT intern from Universiti Teknologi Petronas. And so I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Furthermore, his internship was for 8 months, which was pretty long compared to the normal 6 or 3 months for other interns. But throughout his internship, from the start, we realized that Zul is a person who has a lot of self-confidence in himself, but he backs up that self-confidence with his skills, which although at the initial stages of his internship perhaps were not really there, but by the time he was halfway through his internship, he has already shown that he can pick up a lot of things in a very short time. And I think a lot of that boils down to his passion. He's really passionate in web development. And so you see things like him learning more than what he's supposed to do just to get the job done. He has searched for his own events and seminars to attend, and he has attended those events. And we encourage all those things at Kreydle because one of our objectives is to nurture future leaders and future entrepreneurs. So a lot of interns come to Kreydle and they say that they want to start their own business or they want to be an entrepreneur. But when you look at their ethics, their work ethics, and the rate of learning that they go through, you know that it's probably not going to happen for those people. But in the case of Zul, he can be whatever he wants to be because he has all the right attitude in place, which is he's willing to receive constructive feedback and criticism, and he's willing to push himself to learn as much as possible in a very short time, because that's so important in the IT field. And also he has got a very systematic way of working and troubleshooting. So those are all very good traits to have for a future entrepreneur. So I think for the case of Zul, no matter what he wants to do in the future, he will always be successful because he has the right attitude to overcome any challenge. So I wish Zul all the best for his future.